What's up, guys? So I decided to make another video right here. All right. So one thing that people ask me is how I was able to afford everything. How long was I planning on doing photography or just investing or whatever? And so this video is gonna be about how I pretty much invested. I want to say about 20 grand to doing something that I enjoy, something that I really love doing. All right, and how much commitment and sacrifice I put into it. All right. So first of all, the big question is, how much did I invest? I want to say I invested about, I want to say a little under 20 grand. All right, a little under 20,000 bucks. All right. So originally for that, that money, I was gonna put a down payment on a house. All right. The plan, I saved it for about 5 years, 6 years. Like I saved a lot, and I think the most I ever had, I think I hit like 50 grand at some point. I don't know. It was a lot. But all this happened before I was 24, 25. I was just good at saving. I had a good job, military pay. I had a few other ways I was making money. So I want to say I hit about 50 grand, the most I've hit. All right, this is before 24, 25. All right. So kind of when you get there at an early age, you kind of, to me, you start looking for what's an alternative, like what's next. Your life is pretty much set. Like, you have a good job, you're gonna get a paycheck, and your savings is good. You're probably gonna buy a house, and then you'll just worry about the mortgage, and you'll probably get a nice car or whatever. So I saw that, and it seemed boring. Yeah, it was pretty boring, and I remember at the time I was so dedicated to buying a house. Like, I was so dedicated. Like, I wanted a house. I wanted to buy a house before I was 24, 25, somewhere along there. I was actually going to buy a house when I was 23. But I had just got out of the military, and they said I had to have a job for 2 years. And I'm like, dude, I just got out of the military. I don't have a job for 2 years. So I got a job, and then after those 2 years were up, I was trying to get a house, and then, I don't know, I decided to not. I just stay at an apartment, and I'll follow something I really want to enjoy. I'll start a journey. I'll start a new journey and just go from there. All right. So, yeah. So I remember I was like around there, and yeah, I was like, dude, like, I don't want my life to just be normal like everybody else. A lot of people, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with, having a job and having a savings, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I felt like I needed to do something else, especially before I turned 30, especially before I have kids, especially before I settle down. Like, I need to do something for myself. I need to make sure I put it all on the line. All right, so that was one of the biggest things. I was like, and was it worth it? Like, heck yeah, it's worth it, dude. Like, yeah, like, it's not like I've lived where, like, did not have to worry about money for a long time, and people my age, they were just trying to hustle, they were just trying to get a job, and complain about their job, and and then I started noticing that, like, a lot of people here are complaining about their work, and then I started noticing that older people, 40 years old, 50 years old, they complain about their job, and I was like, dude, I don't want to turn 50, and that's what I'm doing. I'm complaining about my job. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I knew people that had money, nice ride, nice car, and they complain about their job, or they were miserable. So I was like, I got to do something else. I really gotta, like, this isn't the route that I want to go. I don't want to regret anything. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna drop everything, and I'm just gonna, live a journey. And was I afraid? Yeah, but I was more excited than anything. I was excited. I was like, dude, I'm gonna put it all on the line. Yeah, you take crap from people. Like, oh man, entrepreneur. Yeah, like, dude, put everything on that, dude. Like, find a passion, put your whole life into it. That's really something that, it's very fulfilling. And inspirational. But one thing I would recommend is be careful how you do it. Like, one thing I did was, first of all, I left my job. I was in management at UPS. I left school. You know, I had a semester left, and then after like 6 months, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna get my degree, and that way at least I have that as a backup plan. So I mean, I have backup plans, right? And also like I have backup cash on the side, like, and they're tied up to investments, but you know, like I have it, you know, and also, and I have different side hustles, you know, like just different, you know, just whatever, you know. But to me, like having a boss was just out of the question because you had to do something fulfilling. All right, so one thing I wanted to do was just become a good photographer, become very reliable. It's a skill that I didn't even have. I learned how to do it. All right, I dedicated so much into it. So yeah, man. And now I do photo booth. I purchased a photo booth. All right, so what did I invest 20 grand in? I bought about I want to say like a $1,500 lens, about a $3,500 camera, another $1,000 lens, $8,000 photo booth, I think a $500 printer, like a lot of stuff, man, and a bunch of lights, a $800 light, you know, like dang, you know. But this is you know, and each investment was, I had to think about it. I was like, man, is this gonna be worth it? Am I gonna make my money back? Is this gonna be? And dude, like, just put it on the line, you know. And then also you get forced to figure things out. You know, we all claim that we're smart and we're intelligent and we're hustlers and whatever. Put it on the line. Put yourself on that line. Put yourself in a position where you have no choice, where you have to do it. You have to be smart. You know, you don't just say you're smart. You have to be smart. You don't just say you're a hustler. You have to hustle. You know, I think one of the biggest things is you're gonna lose a lot of sleep off that because, you know, you're trying to figure out the solutions. Like, that's how you're doing it. There's been times where I can't sleep. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna break even. You know, I'm not gonna break even this month. What the heck? And then I figure out solution. Like, you're always figuring out solutions, figuring it out. You know, so I think that's one of the biggest things, man. The biggest thing, and I think that's one of the biggest benefits you'll ever get is you just learn how to figure stuff out. You know, and every entrepreneur I know, they had times where they just figure it out. Now, I have a really good close friend, is a really good entrepreneur. His story is just, he had no choice, you know. So, man, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Check it out. Check out my other one too, and have a good day.